how much of indigenization is taking place in your equipments, in your crane?
Internationalization?
Yeah, indigenization.
Indigenization.
Yes.
Well, we have a global purchasing strategy in place. So what we do is, some of the components that we can use across the world, and we use economies of scale to purchase in different parts of the world. But some of the components which are which doesn't really, which you can source locally. I would say today in India, what we are doing is for 5 ton and 6 ton, the cranes are completely fabricated here. Some of the heart of the crane, the mechanism, we get from outside India. But apart from that, everything is localized.
Okay. And you also have capacity enhancing components. Attachments.
Not for the tower cranes, but for crawler cranes.
Okay.
Where we call them maxer.
Okay.
So you can add a maxer to the crane to increase the capacity by somewhere in the range of 10 to 20%, depending on which crane model we are talking about.
Okay. All you have to do is buy these components and
buy the accessories or attachments and then increase the capacities.
All right.
What you can do for tower cranes, actually, you can buy them in different configurations. Like one model of crane could come with different size winch, different power winch, so that actually with the same crane you can have different working speed or different height on the hook. So there's really lots of different configurations, and the customer, or actually our people, help the customer configure the lifting plan on the site and configure the crane according to their needs. That's especially true for the medium size and large size cranes. The small size cranes are more like a standard product with a standard configuration.
While going through your website, I could find that there was a specific software tool which was there for available for download, Compute Crane.
Compute Crane, yeah.
Could you throw some light on it, like what exactly it does?
Compute Crane is an application software. So what we do is, our engineers use it, our dealers use it. It's a pretty simple way of when you sit with the customer describing an application, and you can use the Compute Crane to figure out what configuration of crane can fit that application, and you can basically do a simulation and show to the customer how the crane is going to operate. So all you do is just put the parameters of the application, the site, the ground bearing pressure, and the Compute Crane will spit out the results as to what configuration of crane, what do you need to operate the crane on site. It's a really very helpful tool, especially when you're sitting in front of the customer and you are demonstrating how the crane is going to operate in their site.
Similarly, do you offer any virtual training also to customers?
Yes, I will say today in India we don't. In US we have online training, which is called e-training, that we offer to our dealers and internally and to customers. There are like several modules of the training, depending on what level of training do you want, from beginners to advanced. And you sign up for the training, and it basically walks you through a lecture. And then there are some quizzes, and then some applications, some troubleshooting mechanisms. In India, what we have done is we are working on that e-training for the Indian languages right now. But we have a classroom training system set up in Delhi, where we have a simulator for tower cranes. And what we are doing is offering our customers, their operators, their technicians, their mechanics, to come to our office, and we give them, it's a 5-day course. So basically they are in our office for 5 days, and they start with the basics of operating a crane, and they go ahead of troubleshooting the crane. So we basically create the problems, and then the technicians and mechanics are trained to fix those problems.
And to then take them to a real site?
We are not doing that, but what we do is, our plan is to eventually set up a training center in India, where we have a real crane on site, and then you get hands-on training. But what we do is, after this training, the operators can go back to their site, and then they can operate the crane. The simulator is as close as you can come to operating a crane.
They are not strange to it.
Exactly.
And how much is our problem? You have about 600 cranes working. Is it an issue, the training per se, or skill?
Training in India itself is an issue. Finding skilled operators, finding skilled technicians, mechanics, especially with explosive growth and use of equipment in the last several years, the manpower is becoming a problem. But it's up to the. I mean, as a manufacturer, we try to offer as many services as possible to train the people. But customers also have to become a little bit more cautious and aware that these trainings do help. the smooth operations of the crane, especially in the maintenance of crane. If the crane is maintained well, you'll have
It
less
lasts
issues.
longer. The
Yeah.
safety angle will be.
And what we are seeing now after we start offering these training programs, the operators are, even though the company is not sponsoring them, they themselves are approaching us, to get through this training program and get some kind of certificate that they can take and show to the owner,
Have you started
contract.
certifying these people?
We don't certify, what we do is, we tell them that what training courses they have gone through. We don't really give them a certificate that they are
Per
fit
se.
to operate the crane.
Yes.
But we basically tell, we will give them a letter that these are the training modules
They've
that
gone
we've gone through.
Right. Being a market leader, don't you think that would be a good idea to have a certified program?
Yes, in fact, what we want to do is we want to work with the government in setting up a formal training center where all the systems are pretty much well defined and the certificates are given. As a manufacturer right now, we are just giving an assurance to the operator that they have gone through the system. But officially, we are not certified yet.
But the talks with the government is
Yes.
on this.
Yes.
But have you been working with the construction bodies like NICMAR or Builders Association of India?
We have presented to the Builder Association, we have presented to some of the organizations, we are going to take it to the CII.
Okay.
So right now, it's very conceptual stage.
Okay.
So for the next.
But it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's
Already
already
started.
drawing board.
Yes.
It's not very clear also in India. I don't know that well the market, but I'm a little bit unsure which bodies actually would have the authority to certify that the course gives an operator the required skills. Because any manufacturer could say, I certify this person has followed my course, but does it guarantee that it includes all the required skills that an operator needs? I'm not sure if there's a state
Yes.
body that actually certifies this. Is there?
We have CIDC, Construction Industries Development Corporation, and Dr. Surup currently is I would say, is a champion. So far, they've certified, trained and certified about 326,000 people on various, not on a crane per se, in various fields of construction activities.
We are in
I'm sure
discussion
this is
with
the body.
CIDC.
Is
We are
it
in
at the
discussion.
show? Is Swaroop at the show?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, we are in discussion with CIDC also.
Yeah, that would be a right body. It is a government promoted
Yes.
body, and we're doing a pretty good job
Yes.
right now, and we have an aggressive leader there.
Right.
So that would be a good place to
We have
start with.
spoken to them a few times.
Yes.
It's just a matter of taking it to the next level.
So, and they have the pan-India,
Coverage.
Yes, so that would be a right platform, I suppose.
Right.
Since Indian clients are usually very price conscious, do you offer any rental solutions also?
We don't rent cranes on ourselves yet, but we have several customers. I mean, there are a few rental companies in tower cranes that already own our cranes. For mobiles and crawlers, the biggest rental companies in the country already have a large fleet of Manitowoc crawlers. But we ourselves are not getting into the rental business, but we are looking for partners actively. If they want to get into rental business, we will definitely work with them to promote the
And
concept.
what about assisting customers in finding financial options?
We have financial, what we call Manitowoc Finance. It's a separate business unit, division in Manitowoc Cranes. In India, it's a little bit, I will say, fragmented, not structured yet. But we have very close ties with most of the big financiers, whether it is Reliance Capital or Tata Capital, Shrey, ICICI. So we have tie-up with these institutions, and we do help our customers finalizing the purchases through the bank or whatever the method is. We don't operate on our own yet.